Greetings, RealmSmalec here,
And this is Kovolta.
and welcome to my 100th episode on the RealmSmalec. This is our private server for my good friends and some prominent map makers. And today we're going to be installing another exhibit in the museum. Kovolta is going to be walking us through that, but first I just wanted to note we're not doing any kind of big quote-unquote party for my 100th episode. It's really not a huge milestone. It's not like, we'll do something good for like our 1-year anniversary on the server. But I just wanted to mention that it's my 100th because I didn't think I would do more than 3 or 4 in a survival world. And yet we have enormous things going on here. So
Yeah.
I'm really proud of it. And you can see back here a new castle under development. I won't show you much more of that because I don't think it's anywhere near done, but that's Boonaboy. Yeah. So I would love to hear a little bit about what you'd like to do to commemorate our time on the server so far.
So I have prepared 7 banner murals.
Ooh.
And they sort of chronicle how I came to be on the server.
Oh, awesome. Cool. Okay.
So I'm actually gonna start in reverse order here, though.
And Kovolta is the 3rd person to install an exhibit in the museum. Kovolta, I chose you among many other reasons, but primarily because you have contributed so much to the server. If nothing, for no other reason than just the pure amount of time that you've spent on the server. When I look at the different stat files for all the players, you have outplayed everyone and contributed to pretty much every major build or puzzle or storyline we've done. So, and banners are a particular thing that you and I like to do together, actually.
Yeah. So these murals are actually inspired by what you started, and I created these using the program that I created.
Very cool.
So this one here is the Sprout.
Yeah.
It's just representative of the realm.
I like it a lot, actually. Very nice. It is the orchid's vine or a new sprout. It's not yet uncurled. It's kind of symbolizing the potential growth through shared creative experience. Very cool. You actually were kind of the founder of the sprout, I guess, because we were working on the spawn area. And
yeah, that's true, I guess. Eh?
And I just said like I don't know, I kind of want like a vine with some, like we were thinking about making the blue orchid, right?
I think you said you wanted to redo spawn, and so I just started putting like prismarine in like circles.
Yeah.
And then you asked if I was making a spiral. And I said that wasn't my original intention, but that's actually a really good idea. And so it turned into that.
Yeah, and then I remember saying, hey, let's stick some berries on it. It's looking like a vine. And these are, in my mind, these have come to be the buds of the orchid, not yet bloomed. And so once the vine unfurls and stretches out, then the buds open up into the blue orchid flowers. This is its adolescence, I guess. So yeah, and so we've done a lot with that imagery since you came up with it. Very, very cool.
The next banner mural here is something you might also recognize.
I'm trying to guess in my mind what they are as you're putting them up.
Hold on. I may have placed some of these wrong. Yes. Okay.
And Kovolta and I spent 2 nights, I think, making 2 different 90 banner murals, plus several prototypes outside of the realm itself. So we've done a lot of banner placing here.
I see what I did wrong.
I thought for a second it was a sheep.
Well, you're kind of right with the animal. Okay, there we go. And so this one is called Fuzzy Panic.
Ah,
And this is sort of the incredible, great fuzzy caterpillar from the
yeah.
very first 60-minute map that we created together.
You can see his orange and black stripes up to his upraised head, and behind him is sort of like a white picket fence kind of thing.
Yeah, sort of. This was the first time we had ever collaborated or
Yeah.
even talked together, I guess. So,
Well, it's definitely together in the same world. Yep. We made a 60-minute map together based on random audience theme words. Was it on a stream? I can't remember for sure.
no, it was just ourselves.
Okay.
The words were you picked some out from like Twitter or something, and then I used like a generator.
Okay.
We picked one of each.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun actually. We came up with some unique little animals, and I think it was a pretty good storyline for 60 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll say it was 60 minutes. We'll say it was 60
Oh, yeah, true. I thought you were saying well as in, well, the storyline wasn't that good. And I don't know if it's spoilers or not, but I mean, that's pretty much how we met in general, was your 60-minute map submissions
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the... I can't remember. I think I actually know. I played your 60-minute maps before I ran a contest, though.
Yes, I believe so. So the title of this one is Dream Thief.
Ah, yes.
And so this is I guess the only full-length map, if you want to call it that I've ever made.
Mm-hmm.
This is sort of shears and then the pink wool that I used to represent the sweet dreams. And it was also based on another 60-minute map that I had made.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of 60-minute map themes going in here.
Yeah, it was actually quite a good concept of taking the shears and kind of snipping the dreams out of the villagers' heads. It was pretty impressive mechanic for the time. I think you could even... It's something you could probably expand into like sequels and stuff if you wanted to. But
Yeah, possibly.
very cool. Yep, played that map. Gosh, was it like a year ago now?
Maybe about 3/4 of a year.
Yeah, like mid 2015 for sure.
Yeah. I remember that map was featured in Unlikely Waffles
Yeah.
map maker trivia, and you didn't remember what it was.
Yeah. Well, I didn't recognize the village because of mainly because of the room and stuff that he had it in.
Yeah, I suppose.
It looked kind of different. But then whenever you guys said what it was, I was like, I did have to think about it for a second.
And so this one is called 3D Salty Lemonade.
Oh dear. And why? What a weird title. But that does look like a lemonade glass with a pink straw and some yellow lemonade in it. That's salty.
And so this is based from another 60-minute map that I made. And it was actually sort of a challenge that I did against you. You were streaming, making a 60-minute map, and you decided, and I decided that instead of watching the stream, I would at the same time make a map of my own with the same keywords.
Very cool. I like it. I like that one a lot, actually. It makes me think of summer when I look at that
Yeah.
that picture. Yeah, it really impresses me that someone who hasn't made like lots of full, quote unquote, full length maps for years and years was able to come in and just excel in general at 6 maps made in only 60 minutes, and consistently come up with a clever idea, but also kind of pull them off in a way that has like fun implementation. So
Yeah.
And that's pretty much one of the reasons I wanted to do a collab with you, and led to this this server.
Yeah, I'm glad it did.
Yeah, I will say, from what I've seen, I mean, you have, merged in with new and old friends of mine. Like I said, you've had your hand in pretty much every major like public build that we've done, and puzzles and stories and all that stuff. So it just like, there are times on servers when not many people are on, and someone might log in and be like, "Oh, no one's around. I'm leaving." So to see people who are here consistently is, I think, one of the reasons we're all still coming back.
Yeah.
Now, have you played a lot of 60-minute maps or full-length maps in your time?
I played quite a few of the 60-minute maps that were submitted to your contests and things.
Yeah, I used to, when I would put out my video, I think you had typically played them in advance of that. And so I remember pinging you on Skype and being like, "Hey, I can't figure this thing out. Did you run into this issue or that issue?" A couple times.
Well, I think this one got jumbled up a bit, but this is supposed to be titled Steal My Thunder.
Okay, I see the lightning bolt, yep.
And this is based on the first 60-minute map I ever created.
Was that your first one?
It was, yeah.
Are you sure? I thought your first one was more of like a detective thing.
No. I did do sort of a detective thing. That was for the first round of the tournament.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I remember this one where you basically had to climb up a big hill to a little Greekish kind of temple and literally steal the thunder.
Yeah.
My memory is not the best, but I remember that. I felt like that was like mid-tournament, and you did some detective. Didn't you do a pizza detective one first?
That was the first round of the tournament.
Huh.
Because the themes were pizza, clue.
Yeah. Okay.
And something about breaching your limits or something.
I cannot remember. But so the Steal Your Thunder was before the tournament, though.
I can assure you that was my very first one.
Oh, I believe you. I'm just trying to think of what one I'm thinking of then that was even before the pizza detective thing. I clearly remember the one where the truck spilled all the soul sand.
Right, yeah.
That was later, right? That was one of the latest ones.
Yeah, that was for the ladder, I think. So this is, I guess, the 60-minute map logo of yours, I guess.
Yeah.
Or at least for the tournaments.
Yep.
Again, very 60-minute map themed.
Very nice. It fits with the rest of the banner so far. Like it.
Okay, and so this one is sort of representative of the puzzle branch of the very first diversity.
Oh.
It's sort of the grid of 9 colored squares that was prominent throughout that. And the reason it's here is because it's sort of the reason I discovered your channel. The very first video of yours that I watched was a video of you going through the puzzle branch. And that was because I had been playing it and I got stuck on a certain portion of it, and I started looking for what the solution was, and your video came up and I enjoyed your content and it went on from there.
Oh, that's cool, because I mean, it kind of echoes my own start with Q Magnet, because he was playing a puzzle map by Jesper the End, or excuse me, I was playing a puzzle map and I got stuck and I found his video which helped me get past that puzzle. And then we became friends. He created Diversity, and then you watched me playing that, and that's funny. That's cool though.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Now, do you happen to have a written book to kind of?
Not at the moment. No.
Okay, I can get you one, and we can probably put it like maybe right on this stone or somewhere or next to this one, and sort of describe or signs and describe what the exhibit is. This can be the Kovolta wing. Very cool. I'm glad you I'm glad you agreed to install an exhibit. I think this is a big part of our history on RealmSmalec, and it's a perfect entry.
Yeah.
Cool.